So I've attached my lander to my booster stage, and hopefully this is going to be enough to get up to space. Whenever you attach things together like this, there's always going to be a few bugs. So it's clear the launch tower's right. It's going up. Fuel usage doesn't look too high. I think the staging on the booster stage needs a little bit of work. Yeah, so those side boosters have stopped, but I can't detach them because the whole bottom of the ship would detach. Right, so here I'm doing staging, and you see how I've messed it all up. Those boosters have clipped the bottom, and we've had a little bit of a boo-boo. Yeah, this ship's a little bit complicated if you're wondering why the game's running a little slow. Yeah, everything just goes in slow motion when you add too many components. Most of the problem comes from overuse of struts, but I have to use struts or the ship falls apart. So here I'm adding a few extra engines to the higher stages. I'm a bit worried that I didn't have enough thrust right at the top. Unfortunately, this means yet more struts, which means the game's going to run even slower. So let's set it off. Ooh. I think we've clipped the launch tower's little. Just the bottom boosters. It's when the game stops and has to think for a minute because there's so many collisions going on at once. There's massive shockwaves going on. It's a good fireworks display at least. I'm trying to get through the staging, activate the parachutes, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think there might have been a little bit of damage to the parachutes. It's like little bundles of rockets, and occasionally they break and fly off in different directions. It's got the struts hit, break, and when it hits the ground and all the little components go flying off like little nerves. There's still bits going on. It just keeps going. Any more? Yeah. Is it ever gonna stop? Okay, I think that's it. There's still lots of rockets flying around. Okay, so when it clears the launch tower, it goes up okay to begin with. Let's get to separation stage. Oof. That didn't work too well. So we get another fireworks display. Yeah, alright. It's not just the bottom section. Oh dear. All those command modules just falling into the main stage. This is what Kerbal Space Project's all about. So I've added some more separatrons. I try to get that staging to separate safely. Still wasn't quite enough. Another one. Another explosion. How do I sort this one out? Okay, so let's move them even further out. So I've moved the boosters right to the end of the ship. I've still got the separatrons as well. For some reason, I don't think I have enough thrust here. That's what I'm thinking in my head, at least. The real reason is, of course, that the launch stabilizer is still attached. So I'm still thinking about why it's not taken off. I'm being a bit of a doofus right now. I finally catch on what the problem is. I've got through quite a lot of fuel. There we go. Oh, I've just done the staging instead. There we go. There's a Separatrons going. And not surprisingly, it all blows up when you do that. So when it's done properly. So actually detaching from the launch tower this time. You see though, I've tried to make the ship a little bit more efficient, and make the game run a little faster. So I've removed a few struts, and now I'm getting quite a lot of winging from those boosters. So they're riding up. I add the struts back. So the game's playing like an absolute dog right now. But as you see, yeah, it takes off right. There's the booster stage, finally detaching safely. We get up into space, and we begin our rotation into orbit. Okay, there's the bomb stage detached. So onto the orbital state boost, and we get up to orbit. So we've got a little bit fuel left on the stage, and we've still got all the fuel on the final payload. So it should be plenty to get us over to Duna, provided you can do atmospheric braking and things.